Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, P Funk, thinking right in my living room in the wee hours in the morning, doing what I do for you. Oh, I got something for you today. Hope you enjoy this one. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message to the story. Got a good one for you today, right thinkers? All right, let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten. I'm doing that. Inspire. Hopefully, I'm doing that. Educate. I'm trying to do that. And motivate. Definitely want to do that. You, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Knowing yourself a little bit better. Say hi to yourself every now and then. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka knowing thyself. And with that, there's always a question that comes behind it. Right thinkers, you need to know who you are. Let's go. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. Tune in. I can teach you. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believes, again, believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, it's okay. They're asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I can wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. Right thing, because all these persons reside in you. Know thyself. And to Maya, be true. Yeah, got to keep the scales up. Today we're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart. I'm going to take a page out of my glorious light meditation book that I'm going to bring it on over here. Read a little bit, put my stuff to it. So it's going to be a mixture, okay? So here you go. The lesson is today is, what is enlightenment? You hear me talk about enlightenment. Everybody talk about enlightenment, consciousness, all the good stuff. I've been talking about this for years, but I'm glad y'all catching up. But let me try to enlighten you to what the concept from our perspective, which we advocate. Enlightenment is the ultimate discovery of life. Who am I? Why am I here? And what can I do to experience glory, peace, contentment, joy, and immortality in life and in the hereafter? They advocated enlightenment in this life will get you into the afterlife conceptually. We call it heaven and hell now. Ancients had a different perspective. That's what I'm teaching from. Okay. Next one is, I'm going to give you what they call, what are the 5 steps of enlightenment? I got that for you over here. I'm going to take care of that for you. That's what I'm going to answer. But right now, we're going to talk about an ancient Egyptian scripture of Het Haru, female Haru, female spirit, essence, and Tahuti, the mind of God, the thinking, okay, thought process. 5 principles are set forth by the ancient Egyptian sages. These principles are designed, listen, to lead a human being to spiritual enlightenment. We had a way to do that. I've mastered that way, so now I'm going to pass it on to you. You can take it or leave it. I'm going to give it to you, and just be your choice to use or not use. But the 5 are, first one is ignorance. That means you don't know. That's okay. Everybody start out that way. How you take care of part of ignorance? You get you a spiritual preceptor. You get you a sage. You get a teacher, master teacher, a guru, somebody who wants to teach you spiritual truths, not the BS system, okay? The wisdom of self-knowledge is what you're going to acquire by learning spiritual truths from your preceptor or your sage, master teacher. It's his job to give it to you. Your job to learn it. And what you're learning is what you're living by is called Maya, my girls. You have to understand the philosophy and implement it, and you'll see how it works. And final part to enlightenment is meditation. It's part of the process of right thinking. I told you that. We teach. I don't teach meditation. I tell you to meditate. How you do that, all up to you. Okay? But I'm a practicing yogi. I ain't a master, so I don't teach meditation. I use it. I do it. Again, I'm practicing. One last thing before I start the lesson. Control of the mind. I'm a thinking man. So the mind game is what I do. Once you master thinking, understand the concepts and views, you won't be narrow-minded, you won't be closed-minded. You won't be brainwashed. You won't be living on a belief system. You'll be living on a Gnostic system, which is knowing the difference. The body belongs to the earth. Give the earth, God. He wants the body back. The soul belongs to heaven, God, the spirit. He only wants it if it's been enlightened. He don't want an unenlightened spirit. That's why you got reincarnation. That's an ancient Egyptian proverb. I just want to throw that in there right quick, okay? Let me get a little bit more. I want to say something else. The goal of right thinking practice is to calm the movements of the mind, because when the mind is calm, it is only then that the true nature of the self can be known, just as the bottom of a lake can be seen when the silt settles out of the water. That's the concept. The mind is not just the essence of a human being, but it's only a tool used by human beings. Its functions are memory, imagination. I went over that. I'm going to stop right there because this is what I tell you about. Intelligentizing, cognizing, and sleep. Those are things that the mind does. But we're going to understand it got to be calm. Got to be at peace. Okay? Now, let's get with the lesson. Right thinking, let's talk about the 5 steps of enlightenment. I feel good now because I'm teaching. I'm not breaking down nonsense. I'm teaching. Let's go. I love this. Ignorance is the state of mind of not knowing. They call it the darkness. Knowledge on one hand, ignorance on the other. Ignorance is darkness, knowledge is light. Get it? Okay. Ignorance is the major problem we suffer from as a people. And for my Bible people, Christian, Hosea told you, my people will be destroyed through what? Lack of knowledge. That means ignorance. Ignorance is destroying us as a people. I'm just saying. Okay? Ignorance should be our mortal enemy. Enemy. I know it's mine. I detest ignorance. And my patience for it is getting thinner and thinner. I'm just saying. There's no need to be ignorant. We in the information age. We're in the age of Aquarius. He's pouring information down. All you got to do is Google it. Talk to Siri, whatever y'all doing. My bad. Ignorance is thought of as bliss by some more ignorant people. That don't make no sense. Ignorance of something that's dangerous or deadly, I don't know. But you can't be blissed out with ignorance. Knowledge is how you get blissed out. Ignorance is not what you should be, but if you do, that's just wrong thinking. If you're ignorant, you're not thinking at all. And if you're ignorant, you got to be thinking wrong to continue to be ignorant. It just means you don't know something. Next lesson. Woosah. Appreciate you tuning in. Gonna be a little longer, but I hope the lesson is getting across. That's what I'm doing now. Back to teaching. The sage is back on his job. All right. Here you go. You see it. Let's do it. The spiritual preceptor, aka the sage, he has a job to do. I tell you, I do what I do for you because that's what sages do. They enlighten, they inspire, they motivate and educate their followers, their students. I call y'all my children. I call you my right thinkers. I want the best for you, so I'm only going to give the best to you. Let's go. I live by strict principles. And I teach you to do the same. It's up to you to live by them. I hold myself accountable. I can't do nothing to you. I can just give you the information and you do it. I got a little quick story. When I wrestled back in high school, the Coach Waters, they was winners. The wrestling team, every other sport we had sucked. We had the best thing we had going was the wrestling team. I became a member. The first day of practice, I came in, 6 o'clock. Mr. Waters came in and said, give me 60. We in the 60 lap. No, he meant 60 minutes. And he went into his office. And to a man, nobody stopped. I just fell right in there. So ideas, when you're wrong, do as you're wrong. If you're going to do something, do it. That's all. Understand what you're doing and purpose and reason why. I'm just giving you the information. You got to take it and run with it. You got to put the work in, all right? If you want to be a right thinker, You will have to come through me. I'm the one who got it. I'm the one who made it. It's mine. Ego tripping, but yeah, you have to deal with me. That's what I'm saying. I am a teacher of a way of life that I have mastered. I call it right thinking philosophy. All are welcome. Okay, it ain't nothing new. It's just something that I perceive and conceive and using it to show people how to better themselves. I ain't trying to start a new religion. I ain't trying to counsel up Christianity or stopping nobody from doing nothing. I'm just trying to enlighten you to something for yourself. Understand it is a spiritual thing. I'm not in competition. You will have to be taught right thinking philosophy. Then you have to live it to prove that it works for yourself, not for nobody else. I don't do this for you. I do it for me. I'm giving it to you because I want you to understand. You can do it too. Punch another. All right, here you go. Next one is, and this is my favorite. I think I did this. Okay. Okay. Wisdom and self-knowledge. Wisdom comes from obtaining knowledge and implementing it. Usa. I tell you, I teach only what I know or experience. That's right. Excuse me. That's wisdom and self-knowledge. I'm only giving you what I know. I'm not giving you what I read in the books. I read the book to you. You can hear the same thing, but I'm giving you what I know. That's why I separate the book from mine. Trust me, that's the reason. Next one is my wisdom, aka self-knowledge, is what I teach. That's right thing philosophy, from what I know. You can obtain knowledge by studying. That's easy to do. But the kicker here is wisdom is when you experience what you learn by implementing it. That's how you become wise. Self-knowledge is knowledge of self, aka, yeah, you think? That's what right thinking philosophy teaches. Knowledge of self. Self-knowledge, sound familiar? See where I'm going with this? I'm wise because of my life experiences, but I also study to gain knowledge, to implement those experiences, to deal with those experiences as they come along. Any situation, I want to be able to handle it in the manner in which I think I should. Okay? Even when I'm giving my lesson, I got to calm myself down. Why? I get excited like anybody else. Okay? But you got to learn to control it. All right, next one is my favorite. Maya, a.k.a. right living. Living right thinking philosophy daily is living Maya. Why? Because that's my philosophical concept. They are one and the same. Balance, order, and understanding what you're doing and why you're doing it. Do the right thing. In life, you have to have a routine to live by. Okay? Master that routine, and that's how you master yourself. The routine that you set for, you got to master that. You said it, so you master it. Okay? Nobody telling you what to do. Okay? Knowing thyself is mastering your Maya and right thinking philosophy, spiritual awakening. That's what you want to have. You want to live right, do right, and something's going to happen. It's called spiritual awakening. But it's because of what you're doing and how you're doing it. All right, to reach that spiritual awakening, we call it, the ancients called it Haruhood. We even called it Christhood. Y'all know it as the Enlightenment. All these things are the same thing, and you reach it by what? Maya lifestyle. Living, doing, and being. What the name you call it don't make a difference. What you profess don't make a difference. You have to do it. That's what makes the difference. All right, here you go. I'm about done. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm wrapping up. I live a spiritual lifestyle, not a BS lifestyle. But I fellowship with people of the BS system, which is belief system, Christianity, religion. I fellowship with like-minded people. They worship in God. I don't concern myself with how they do other things. So that's why I fellowship. Thank you. Now, the end one is meditation. Very important in life. A computer have to get rid of information that's useless, that don't serve no purpose. You delete it. You flush it, whatever y'all do. Recycle, I don't know what to do, but I know the concept. And in my mind, my meditation does just that. I can flush out the bad, take in the new, and keep it fresh. Why? Because it's a continual thing. Like the Ouroboros, a snake that swallowed his tail. Like the buffering on your computer. It goes around every day. I'm doing the same thing. Why? I'm doing the same thing. Until you get good at it. It's called life. I got 64 years in. I ain't good as I'm going to be. Why? I'm still practicing. Let's go. My thing. I told you meditation is part of my right thinking philosophy. I'm a practicing yogi. I'm not a master, so I don't teach what I don't master. I just exercise my right to throw it out there and let you know which way to go. Try it out for yourself. I ain't telling you what or how to do anything except right thinking. I have meditation as part of my morning ritual, along with my prayer and my morning workout. Meditation's on the agenda, has been for years. Okay, so I've been just started doing this. I use meditation for my way to commune with my higher self, God. You can't get around what's in you. You just got to understand it, and then you can manifest some miraculous things for yourself. I live in what I call a meditative state of mind. I'm constantly thinking, I'm constantly calculating. I got God concept. I got God consciousness. What? I keep God in my mind and my mind on God. I keep it working that way. Why? That way the devil can't get no wiggle room. If you got an idle mind, you give the devil what he wants. Downtime from you or for God. Why? He represents the ego. The ego is what? Edging God out. You got to remember that. You got to understand. That's why you got to pay God conscious. Y'all call it prayed up. Whatever you want to call it, that's what you should do. I pray every day. I'm prayed up, okay? But I'm also God conscious. I live right. After you get prayed up, do you live right? That's the question. I'm about to wrap it up. I don't teach meditation. I just tell you to try it for yourself. Why? I know it works. Now, how it works for you will be different. But like everything else, it's all about the individual. Your God, if you don't understand it, it's your individual God. Don't make it different than me. But right think, I want you to know God for yourself. That's what I do for you. I appreciate it. I'll be back.